Silent Hill is my favourite video game franchise of all time, and I had come to terms with the fact that Silent Hill as a whole was dead. I was honestly fine with this. As a Silent Hill fan, I'd been disappointed too many times, and I knew that Konami didn't really care for their two most important IPs, so I accepted the fact that there probably wouldn't be any more Silent Hill games, and moved on. Then this happened.
As a 1/6 scale coin bank statue.
Silent Hill is officially getting a reboot, with 3 completely new games, a new movie, a few skateboards, a dog, and most importantly, Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake. It doesn't even feel real. My brain has been conditioned to accept the fact that Silent Hill was just a dormant series, and then suddenly out of nowhere, we get all this after a decade of complete silence. Ha, get it, silence, because of Silent Hill. How do I feel about all this? Well, first of all, completely overwhelmed. The new games we have Silent Hill F, Why F? Silent Hill 5? Silent Hill Fuck? Silent Hill Five Night Freddy. In all seriousness, this trailer really creeped me out. I'm definitely keen to see where they go with this. The vibe was really eerie, kind of reminded me a bit of Fatal Frame. Oh wait, I figured it out! Silent Hill Fatal Frame. Guys, I cracked the code. Somebody give me an award. We also got Silent Hill Townfall, which we really didn't see much of this, so I don't have an opinion yet. Silent Hill Ascension. Wait, what? What's this supposed to be? We're getting a new Silent Hill movie. Return to Silent Hill. Great. Look, the movies for Silent Hill so far goes from acceptable to the absolute worst thing ever made, so I can't say I'm too excited. At least the director from the first film, Christoph Gone, is reprising his role, so say what you want about this, but at least it will be better than Silent Hill Revelation 3D. All I can remember from that movie is Pyramid Head driving a carousel and some guy's fingers getting chopped off. Those were the fucking highlights. Then we get to the most important thing, Silent Hill 2. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this at all. Silent Hill 2, the original, is an absolute masterpiece of art, and definitely one of the greatest games of all time. Everybody knows this, or at least everybody has heard someone say this, so regardless of how this turns out, people will be disappointed to some degree. And I don't blame anyone for this. It's such a protected and special game that to remake it perfectly, it would be such a hard and precise task. What scares me the most is that I think this looks really good. I don't want to get my hopes up for this game, because every time I get hyped for a game, I tend to be brutally disappointed. Actually, that's not true. I was hyped for these games and they turned out pretty great. But still, I do like the direction the devs are taking here. Sure, it's not as subtle with James's emotion like it was with the original, but I honestly don't think that's a big deal. I feel like we haven't seen enough to make a conclusion yet. They could come up with other ways to make the imagery in this game subtle and ambiguous, which we've kinda actually seen already in this scene here. But I really like how James looks. Yeah, I actually really like his new model. Come fight me, I'll take yous all on at once. He looks exactly what I think an updated James model would look like. To me, he looks like a man who was maybe once attractive and had a good life, but now he's let himself go. He doesn't really take care of himself in the way he looks. He's awfully pale, skinny, his facial hair is unkempt. He looks like a man who's been through a lot. And that's exactly who James is. Even if you don't know the twist ending, which I won't spoil here, it's clear in the original that James isn't exactly all there. He's really awkward, he doesn't look all the best, and I think for the remake they're just expanding that. I don't like it all though. Pyramid Head and some of the monsters we've seen look so slick and smooth. I would love to see more of that rugged and dirty look of the monsters in the original. I also don't like the animation of the nurses here. Granted, it's like 2.5 seconds of footage, but their movement looks kind of how like zombies move. The original had them walk rather naturally, but their bodies would vibrate and their head would violently jolt backwards and forwards, creating more of an unearthly energy towards them. Way scarier than here, but then again, only a couple seconds of footage and the final animation could be way different. Something else I didn't really like is how much the trailer showed. As a longtime fan and a veteran of the series, it was really cool to see a lot of these scenes modernized, but put it this way, people who got into the horror genre in the last decade, which there would be a lot of them, this game will be their very first experience with Silent Hill 2. Like it or not, they probably won't even touch the original. For those people, scenes like these should not be included in a trailer. These are crucial late game scenes. I wish they showed less of scenes like these and showed some actual gameplay. That would have been much nicer. But the trailer was really well made and the music was exceptional. But fuck, I think they showed a bit too much. Also, no release date. That could be a good or bad sign at this point, but the ETA is 2023. I'm not going to ask for it sooner. I'd rather them take as much time as they need for this. Alongside the original composer and the original monster designer, Akira Yamaoka and Masahiro Ito, the game is being developed by Bloober Team, which actually proves the leaks that surfaced before this trailer dropped. This seems to be the main point of concern with the remake. Again, I don't blame anyone for this. I won't say these guys are bad game developers or anything because that's completely untrue. They have good games, but I wouldn't say anything too special here. The only one I've played through completely was Layers of Fear, and it was cool, but at the same time pretty boring and lacking in actual, gameplay. And it seems to be a trend with Bloober Team games where the ideas are there, but the execution is not, and the gameplay department isn't all the best. This is something that concerns me because I think the focus of Silent Hill 2's remake should be how the game plays. The story, atmosphere, and music don't even need to be touched, and the gameplay of the original is not great. I'll defend it and all, because you can get used to it pretty quickly, but I'm glad they're going for an over-the-shoulder camera style for the remake. If you want more people to get into Silent Hill, you're gonna have to modernize the control and camera system, because a lot of people will get turned off by tank controls. I do hope the combat feels just as claustrophobic as the original, but at the same time more snappy, responsive, and immersive. And if you don't believe that's possible, Resident Evil 2 did exactly that with its remake. It's weird. I'm hopeful, but at the same time, very skeptical. But why wouldn't I be skeptical though? We haven't had a good Silent Hill game for so long now, and the last thing that could have been good was just taken from us, just like that. It's still too early, so I think we're just gonna have to cross the bridge when we get there and wait for more info. But the reason I'm also hopeful for this is that if these games turn out alright, then Silent Hill could turn out like Resident Evil, coming back into the spotlight, not as a horror series that was, but a horror series that is. And who knows, if people like Silent Hill 2's remake, we could get a Silent Hill 1 remake. Fuck, I'd actually have preferred that. Or, we could get some of the older games ported to newer consoles and PC. So I think it's in our best interest for now to just support Konami. Fuck, I never thought I'd be saying that, but fuck, support them, support Bloober Team and all these other developers creating these new games, and constructively criticize them when necessary. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Thanks for watching. Stick around to tomorrow. I've got a review for Hitman Blood Money coming out. I hope you guys enjoy that, and take care. See you later.
Aren't you looking for someone?
That's right.